Business Insight, a follow-up to a story we first told you about 2 years ago. A brand new thoughts workshop hosted by the Business Courier and Link Training and Consulting resulted in an opportunity for a nonprofit organization in the area to receive free brand strategy and design work. The organization that was picked was the Cincinnati Youth Collaborative. The brand strategy work started by combining two existing organizations, the Cincinnati Youth Collaborative and Jobs for Cincinnati Graduates. Former P&G CEO John Pepper, who started both organizations, is actually still involved, and he urged this synergy. Link led the charge on making that happen and brought it to life with a powerful brand identity, which you're looking at right now. Todd Sebastian, President and Chief Connector with Link Training and Consulting, joins Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in our studio to talk more about the project. Kelly and Todd.
Thanks, Brian. Todd, thanks for coming back in.
Thanks for having me.
You were here 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And you called us and said, let me come back in and tell you how things went. So we want to know. Tell us first about the organizations that you chose.
Well, the organization we chose originally was the Cincinnati Youth Collaborative. But as we just heard in the opening piece, it was interesting where as soon as we got the assignment, we were told, actually, you're going to be branding two organizations, or at least trying to combine two into one and branding that. As we heard, John Pepper had founded both of these organizations decades ago. But over time, they started to really overlap in terms of what they were doing. And so he urged some synergy between the organizations. So our goal was to take the Cincinnati Youth Collaborative, which helps kids in needs, primarily by trying to ensure that they graduate high school and excel beyond. And then Jobs for Cincinnati Graduates, which kind of sounds similar because it helps high school students get jobs after high school. Our goal was to figure out strategically, how do we combine those organizations? And that's where our work began. So it was actually a bigger undertaking than we had envisioned, but it was a bigger blessing to be able to help. So we helped them understand from a branding standpoint, how should we combine those two organizations? What should it be called? And how should it be positioned? And as we saw in the brand identity, the position was based on this wonderful positioning statement, brighter future beyond dreams, which is a really compelling, aspirational, motivating charge for all the stakeholders and all the recipients of the work that they do.
And how is this received by the organization? Sometimes with, especially with nonprofits, it's like, this is my baby, this is something I've been doing for years, and you're coming in messing with my brand. How did they receive it?
Well, that's a really great question, because part of the work that we did was sort of doing away with the brand Jobs for Cincinnati Graduates.
Yeah. Because
we had to combine the two and make a choice. And a strategy is all about making choices. So our brand strategy was deciding what brand should this be. So it was a little challenging, but that's where an outsider coming in can help, because we're coming in with an objective point of view, without all the biased and emotional hang-ups to the brands, and saying, here's what we think is the strongest brand to showcase this new combined entity. So ultimately it was received extremely well, and the foundational work that we did, the brand strategy and the graphic design work, has now led to the unveiling of a brand new website that they just launched a few weeks ago, and it looks fantastic.
Oh, that's great.
And it's also led to the overhauling of all of their marketing efforts. And John Pepper himself was incredibly gracious with his praise to say we did a really nice job with the thinking and the design of combining these two important organizations that are so near and dear to his heart.
It never hurts to have an endorsement from John Pepper.
No.
And this is something that a nonprofit cannot afford to do. You're going to do this again.
We are. We're doing it again for 2014. I'll give the details in a second, but we are going to continue with the same work, which is free brand strategy work, free design work, and as an added bonus this year, so by the way, the design work comes from Claudia Sandman at Oomph Design.
Oh, yeah.
As an added bonus, Jennifer Halloran, who runs a company called Superb by Design, is going to throw website development into the mix as well.
All right, well, give us the details, because we need to, for time purposes.
The details are, send me a short letter at todd@linktrainingandconsulting.com.
Okay.
And just simply tell us why you think you deserve to win.
Okay. Say it again. Todd@linktraining.com.
Linktrainingandconsulting.com.
And consulting.com. I don't have a full screen, but we'll put it up for you next week to reinforce.
Great.
In case anybody out there wants to enter.
Great.
Thank you, Todd. Thanks for coming in.